Welcome to Solution Point. So in this session, we will discuss how to solve simple equation. Now, the learning objectives for today's session is understand what an equation is, solve one-step equation, what are inverse operations and how to apply that, and we will be practicing some real GCSE type questions. Now, before starting, let's understand what an equation is. So an equation is like a balance. Whatever you do to one of the side, we need to do to the other side as well. For example, let's say if we have x plus 3 equals 7. Now we need to think of a number in which when we add 3, we will get 7 as our answer. Obviously, if you think about it, 4 is the number. When we add 3 in that, we will get 7. Now this is one of the way to judge this. Now the other way in which we can judge the value of x, or we can find the value of x, is by applying inverse operation. Now for doing that, we need to isolate this x on one of the sides. So we need to get rid of this plus 3 from here. Now the inverse operation for this addition is subtraction. So to get rid of this plus 3 from here, we need to subtract 3 from both sides. So this will become x plus 3 minus 3, and this will become 7 minus 3. So this plus 3 minus 3 will become 0, and we are left with x here, and this 7 minus 3 is 4. So the value of x is 4. So let's understand what are the inverse operations for what. Now for the addition, the inverse operation is subtraction. For subtraction, the inverse operation is addition. For multiplication, the inverse operation is division, and for the division, the inverse operation is multiplication. Let's solve some examples and apply these inverse operation here. So we need, in the first question, we need to solve x plus 8 equals 18. So we need to think of a number in which when we add 8, we will get 18 as our answer. So obviously the value of x will be 10. Now by doing it other way, when we apply the inverse operation, we need to isolate this x. So we need to get rid of this plus 8 from it. So we need to subtract 8 on both sides. So this will become x plus 8 minus 8, and this will become 18 minus 8. So the value of x will become 10. In the second question, we have a upon 2 equals 7.5. 14 upon 2 is 7. 16 upon 2 is 8. So definitely 15 upon 2 is 7.5. This is one of the way to judge this answer. The other way is we need to isolate this a on the left hand side. So we need to get rid of this 2. Since this 2 is in division, so for the division, the inverse operation is multiplication. So we need to times both sides by 2. So this 2 and 2 gets cancelled, and we are left with a here, and this 7.5 times 2 is 15. So the value of a is 15 from. Similarly, in the third question, we have 5a equals 25. Now this 5a means 5 times a, and this is equals 25. Now we need to isolate this a. So we need to get rid of this 5 here. Since this is in multiplication, so the inverse operation will be division. So we need to divide 5 on both sides. So this will become 5a upon 5, and this will become 25 by 5. So the value of a is 5 from here. Or by the other way, if you think 5 times something is 25, definitely that is going to be 5. So the value of a is 5. Similarly, if we need to solve this 4x equals 24, so we need to get rid of this 4 from here. Since this 4 is in multiplication, so we divide 4 on both sides. So this x will become 24 by 4, which is 6. Now, let's do some other questions as well. In the fifth question, we need to do n minus 5 equals 8. So we need to get the value of n, by which when we subtract 5 from this, we will get 8. If we apply the inverse operation, so we need to get rid of this negative 5 from here. So we need to add 5 on both sides. So this will become n, and this 8 plus 5 will become 13. Or you can think 13 minus 5 is 8. This 5 plus q equals 8. So we need to get rid of this 5 from here. Since this is in addition, so the inverse operation will be subtraction. So this 5 plus q minus 5, and this will become 8 minus 5. So this 5 plus 5 and minus 5 will become 0, and this 8 minus 5 is 3. So the value of q is 3. Now y plus 9 is 14. So we need to get rid of this 9. So subtract 9 from both sides. So this will become 5. So the value of y is 5. Now a plus a plus a is 12. Definitely this 3a equals 12. Now we need to get rid of this 3 from here since this is in multiplication. So we need to divide by 3. So the value of a will become 12 by 3, which is 4. This is our answer for this question. I hope you are understanding these things. Now the next question, h plus h is 39. So this is 3h equals 39. Now we need to get rid of this 3 from here since this is in multiplication. So I need to divide 3 on both sides. So this will become 39 by 3, which is 13. 32 by something is 8. Obviously, when you divide 32 by 4, we will get 8. Now, the way we will do it is cross multiply. So 1 times 32 is 32, and this m times 8 will be 8. Again, we need to isolate this m, so we need to get rid of this 8. So divide 8 on both sides. So this will become 4, and this will become m. So the value of m is 4. N minus 6 is 14, so we need to get rid of this negative 6 from here. For that, I need to add 6 on both sides, so n will become 20. 14 plus 6 is 20. Now the last two questions. 20 minus p equals 12. So let's get rid of this 20 from here since this is in addition. So we need to subtract 20 on both sides. So this will become minus p and this will become minus a. Now we need to solve this value of p. So we need to find the value of positive p. Now for doing that, I'll be multiplying negative 1 on both sides. So the value of p will become 8. Now in the last question, 7p is 49. So we need to get rid of this 7 from here. For doing that, we need to divide 7 on both sides. So 49 by 7 is 7.